My scary stories are real, and this is called Navigating Negative Energy from Your Home. All right, this was a request somebody had sent me in a message because I always pre-screen my videos first, so y'all not getting them when I'm doing them. Y'all getting them when y'all getting them. So, all right, let's jump back in it. If somebody don't like you, don't let them in your house. Now, I am a psychic medium, but I'm also a spiritualist, a root woman. And when you let people into your space, a lot of things can happen that you're not aware of. They can take pennies. They can bless over pennies with the wrong intent, and they could throw them in your house. Now, you wouldn't think that throwing a penny in your house will cause madness. Oh yeah, it'll cause a lot of madness. Don't take nothing from people. Me personally, you give me something, I'm throwing that bitch in the trash. I don't care if you a good person or whatever, it's going in the trash. So don't give me nothing. Don't bring nothing in your house from nobody. Tell your kids not to bring anything in the house from anybody, because possessions holds energy. This might be a part 2 just in case I miss some things. Another thing, your home is where you lay your head, is where your comfort should be, like your tomb. Yourself, when you walk in your house, you should take your shoes off. You should change your clothes that you had on that day. You should wash your hands. And you should sage your house. Now, this is why I'm saying this. If you got a job, and let's say you a hairdresser, and you work with people. You're working with them people physically, so you're touching them. A lot of people carry things on them. Don't matter if you think they're a good person or not. Your children goes off to school, and even the children who they around have attachments on them. And see, the children are more sensitive because spirits is always going to, like I tell y'all, those kids are tricky. The spirits will attach on to children, and what they do is they make your children tricksters. So I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, so let's use the scenario I just used. Say you a hairdresser, right? And you come home and your kids come home from school, and say your husband a teacher. So he at school all day with people, and y'all come in the house and y'all don't take off y'all shoes, and y'all don't take off y'all clothes. Y'all just lay around in y'all clothes. Y'all don't sage the house. Okay, so what's gonna happen is that whatever is attached on y'all is gonna be swarming through y'all house. It's gonna be swarming through y'all temple. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna start with the kids first. The kids gonna start yelling and screaming and fighting. And then you're gonna be yelling at the kids because that's the attachments that you brought in. Then your husband gonna come in. He gonna start yelling at you and the kids. Now everybody in the house acting crazy. All right, next scenario. All right. Say you got a parent that's coming to stay with you, and you know that you and your parent don't get along. I suggest your parent go somewhere else. Because see, let me tell you how root work works. You can have somebody that's close to you in your home, and by them being in your home, they can sit there and in their mind, because the mind is a powerful thing, they can sit there all day and curse your ass out. That's another quick way to get somebody. And what I mean curse somebody out, say your mama gotta go and use your bathroom while you sleeping. And while she's coming in your room, she's constantly looking at you. She's constantly, it's like a red dot. She constantly is aiming at you, and she's saying, "I'm sorry, bitch, I hate her motherfucking neck." That's what I mean, cursing. So then when you get up in your own house, you start to feel discombobulated. You start to feel like yourself. Like anybody who comes in your house, the energy is off. That shit will stop your money. It will cause you and your spouse to fight. Everything that I just said in the first scenario is in the second one. People will leave, will bless over pennies and throw them in the house. People will give your kids things, just like I said. If somebody is negative towards you, don't let them in. I'm going to give you a couple of things to do. Get you some palm oil, right? Because see, for me, I bless over my palm oil. And what I do is I take a little X and I put it in the doorway or anywhere in the house where I know it's a threshold where I can walk into it. Now, and that brick, oh yeah, that's old school. Let me tell you about that brick. The brick worked just like the salt, but I think the brick worked better. If you from the dirty South and you a root worker like me, you know that brick wall. So what I do is on the first of the month, I put cinnamon at my doorstep. Right, I blow it out, whatever doors or windows I got to bring prosperity in my house. And I would take brick and put it at my doorstep, and I would take salt and put a line of it in front of my door. And I will pray on it. I will get Florida water and I will splash it on the front of my door, the back of my door, even on my walls. I also take ammonia and I mop all of my floors with it. But before I do that, I put salt on everywhere in the house on the floor and I sweep it up. After I pray, I go across the house and I pray while I'm putting the salt down, right? Then I'll go back and use an ammonia or whatever through the house, right? Back to the palm oil. I also take the palm oil and before I go to sleep, I put it between my toes and then over my big toe, up under my feet, in between my toes and on my big toe. Now, with the brick and the salt, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you say these words, now this is what I see. If anybody not for me, they can't come through this threshold. And if somebody asks you if they can come in and you open your door and they walk, they gonna bounce back like that. Yeah. Or let's say they come through the threshold and you got your whole temple in your house blessed. And you say something like, after you know why you blessing it, you say, anybody who come in here, not for me, make them hot. And then while that person's sitting there, they're going to be like, "Oh, girl, it's hot in your house. Whew, it's hot." That's how you know. And please, some of these folks on TikTok don't be knowing what they talking about. I had somebody come to me and tell me they take their Florida water and put an onion peel in it. That's not what Florida water is for. Florida water is for cleansing. All right, so y'all see this X right here that I did with the palm oil? And see how I got the brick down by my door with my sage. If you want to get gangster with the protection, you can also use animal blood, preferably a goat. If you have any questions, please leave a comment at the bottom of the status. Thank you. And share.